Alright, since my buddy's all ahead of me, got all that stuff over there, as you seen in the other video, I'm going to clean these heads up real good, and then we're going to take them over there and take them apart, and he's actually going to show me how, and I'm going to do a little porting on them and match the intake and stuff on them. So this will be my first set of heads that I've done like that, and like I said, I am by far no mechanic. I know enough to be dangerous, and it's been since way back in the late 80s, 90s since I've done any kind of motor stuff at all, but I really do want to do the majority of this stuff myself, so he's going to show me how. With a little help from him, we're going to get these things done. Hopefully, maybe not next week, but week after, we'll have us a motor running. Okay, this is what the heads look like before I started cleaning up on them, which are actually not bad at all. You know, not bad. They match. You know what the gentleman told me? I believe every word. I'm tickled that he's hooked them up with them. And so I'm cleaning them up good. That right there is where the carburetor went all bad on it, which just took us a second to get cleaned up. So that's what we're cleaning off here.
I can't remember if I mentioned this later or not, but that I squared on that thing was some bore and some gun cleaner and some gun oil mixture of stuff to where we had left over. So that's what I sprayed on that thing, and it really helped it to loosen it up and clean it right up.
It's a slow go, but it's cleaning it good. I actually had some old gun oil in there, and I squirted it on it. Actually, it's helping it to clean it off and keeping the dust down too. Now it's got some old cheap wire brushes on my drill here. And I'm not mashing very hard on it, so I'm not hurting anything. I'm just taking the stuff off of it. That's whole and I mean, I know somebody's going to say something about I can buy better stuff and not have to do all this work. And you're right. But that's not my project. That's not what I'm wanting to do. I'm literally wanting to try to recreate my very first car. And this is almost identical to what I had, and all I'm going to do is ride around in it now anyway. So that's the reason I'm not getting aftermarket heads, and I'm not doing a lot of other things to it. Is I'm really just wanting to recreate the motor as close as I can, right back to how it was back when I was in high school and when I got out of high school. So that's how come I'm going to all this trouble to do all this stuff, and probably spending the same money or more in order to do that. But it's just kind of the principle. I'm just really wanting to recreate my very first car. So that's why we're doing all this stuff. So I got to get on with this stuff. My buddy Steven, after I took the motor and everything over there to it, he's done got it all laid out there waiting on me. I got to get on with this mess.
This right here is just a plain old mess. I absolutely despise to get greasy. Much rather be dusty than greasy. But here I am, knee deep up in this thing.
Well, heads are all cleaned, paint off of them, gasket material off of them, all that good hoopla off of them. The carbon where they had flooded out, that's all soaked up with oil and everything now, ready to disassemble and just double check them. Clean wise, me, not so much. But hey, like I said before, all I like is finishing up. Man, I'm excited. Well, I'm gonna apologize ahead of time because I'll probably repeat myself a little bit because of doing this, because this is gonna be over several days of doing this thing. So just every little thing. I believe I got that sealed off.
See, I can think of it.
See, that's why he's helping me, because I thought it was sealed off. He could see through it, but it's close. So here we are. So we're gonna find out exactly what we got, compression ratio and stuff. So what do you call this? Find out the CC in the heads. See there? So that's what we're gonna find out. So this is where we're gonna start at. That's why it's over here at his house. And that's how come his cars, when they get ready to get painted, they're over at my house. So here we are.
Okay, first time I ever got to help do this, Steven's helped me out here. So we're checking to see what CC the heads are, and then we're also going to check to make sure that we don't have any valves that are not seated properly that we may end up having to lap in, which we actually did. So good thing we did this.
All right, so here we go. To be honest with you, I've never seen this right here done before. So we filled that up all the way up there so we know how much water's in it. Sealed that off, got a hole in it. And he's going to let the water drain off in there and see how much it holds. Huh.
It only holds 25 milliliters, and these are supposed to be 55 cc heads, so I'll have to fill this up twice. Probably 3 times.
Right, is that in there?
Now we got to fill it up again.
25 cc's right there.
That's 25 cc's, he said.
Right down again.
So this is the second batch full, ain't it?
This will put 50 cc's in it.
Alright. So 2 of them will be 50 cc's, right? Well, I'm learning something too. I'm learning you need a friend that knows how to do this. Look, Steve says we come up with 70 cc's. Is that a lot?
A lot. And what it is, it's going to drop your compression down a lot lower than what we thought it was.
Okay. Alright. So 70 cc's. Alright. But that'll tell us now how to, where you can calculate that up, right?
We thought they were 55 cc heads, but apparently they're around 70.
Okay. Alright. Well, now we know where he can calculate up the compression ratio and stuff on it, where we don't go popping nothing, hopefully. Alright, so we come back in from getting on the calculator, and as best we can come up with, or not we, my friend can come up with, we only got about 8.3 compression. That's not good. We need it up around 9.5 or so to, you know, to make it maybe get it a little bit. So not that we're going to be drag racing or nothing, but if I've got it apart, I want it to run as best as we can and get as much out of it for what I got here and everything. That's why I was saying earlier, my car had all that trick stuff done to the head and everything. It had the bigger valves in it. It had studded pins on it, all that kind of stuff. It had been ported, polished, all that mess like that. And everybody knows that the heads is what makes the thing go. So we're going to see right here, and then we may address this a little bit further.
So since we've done this test, I reached out to the guy that bought the FE motor from me. He also has a machine shop. So next week, the heads are going to have them shaved a little bit. That'll up the compression. We want it up somewhere around 9.5 to 10. Now to see if all the valves are sealed up. Pretty simple test.
That one's sealed though, right? Yep. This one was leaking a little. That one was sealed. Now let's see this one. That one's holding. Look. She only had the one that was weeping just a little bit, wasn't it? Barely.
All the way around.
All the way around. See right there? So just a little. But a little's a lot. Good. That can hold it. here. Good. And good. So we only got that one. This one here, right?
Yeah, and we could probably lap it in.
Okay.
With lapping compound.
Right, because it's... All right.
So over the holidays, we're going to get these heads apart and get the block checked. Can't wait. I believe these are the final pieces I need to where we can put this motor together after the heads are fixed.
So when you get home with anticipation and you walk through the thing and you get up here on the porch and look here. Boom! And if you're building a car, you know what I mean. Happy day, happy day. Well, sure enough is Christmas in July. So we got the break-in additive. We got the cam and lifter to assembly lube. We got the T-handles. We got the ARP head bolts. We got the comp cam lifters we need to go with it. And now, that's everything we need to build that motor. Hopefully it's going to happen Friday.